Title: Shadows of Her Silence. Episode 4 of 5, The Pieces That Remain. Follow and subscribe 5-episode thriller. The days that followed were a blur of whispers, recovery, and quiet terror. Eva slept for 20 hours after the hollow. When she woke, she barely spoke. Her eyes flickered to mirrors like stray dogs glancing at open gates. We stayed in Aldara's greenhouse for 3 nights. She said the soil here had memory, older than even the echoing. Safer, for now. Ronan came with supplies, burned herbs, old books, a map drawn in faded ink, marking places across the city where the veil had thinned before. They're not rare anymore, he said grimly. Whatever opened for Eva is still leaking. Others are waking up from dreams they didn't fall asleep in, saying things they shouldn't know. Some are slipping into the hollow without knowing they've left. I looked to Eva, her face paled at the news. It's spreading, she whispered, like it wants to be seen. We returned to her apartment. She refused to stay alone, so I moved in. We slept in shifts. I took the couch. She took the bed. Each morning I checked for signs, the silver eyes, the too wide smiles, the voice beneath her voice. But nothing came back. She was Eva again, but quieter, like a candle once snuffed, now relit with a weaker flame. And then one morning I found her sketching. A girl, pale, silver hair, black eyes, standing inside a mirror. "Who is that?" I asked. "I don't know," Eva said, "but I think she helped me." Aldara believed Eva wasn't alone in the hollow. "There are others who fought it," she said. "Not all shadows are evil. Some were echoes of stronger souls, ones who refused to be erased." Ronan dug deeper. He found an old legend, centuries buried. A group known as the Lustrate, mirror walkers, veil seers, those who entered reflections to rescue lost spirits. Most died. A few survived. "Maybe Eva is part of that lineage," he said. "Or you are." I shook my head. "I'm no rescuer. I was just trying to save my friend." "Exactly," he said. "That's what they were too." Eva started recording dreams again. This time they were hers. She dreamed of the mirror cracking, of a girl calling to her, of a house with no doors, only windows, and each one showed a life she never lived. A painter, a dancer, a girl who ran, a girl who drowned. Sometimes the girl with silver hair stood in the background, watching, guarding. We wrote everything down. Ronan built a journal from old pages, bound it in leather, lined it with ash and salt. It became our map. Then one night, something changed. The lights flickered. The mirror in the hallway rattled. I found Eva kneeling on the floor, staring at her reflection. She wasn't possessed, just terrified. "I saw them," she said. "Others," reaching from the other side, asking for help. "Are they trapped?" "No. They're watching, studying. They don't know if we're a threat yet." Aldara came that morning. She brought a pendant made of mirror glass and obsidian. "It's time to choose," she said. "You can stay safe, or you can learn how to stop this." "What do you mean?" "Whatever controls the hollow isn't done. It's sending pieces now. Seeds, reflections of reflections. And soon, one will slip through that isn't content to pretend. It will want to rule." Eva clenched the pendant. "What are we supposed to do?" "Train," Aldara said. "Fight back." Ronan found a lead, a mirror in the old Harrow Library rumored to be one of the first gates. Hidden in the basement, locked behind time and wards. We packed our things. Salt, iron, obsidian blades. Aldara gave Eva a charm to wear, an anchor made from part of the key that brought her back. "When you see yourself again," Aldara said, "ask which one is real. That's how you know." We left that night. At the Harrow Library, everything smelled of dust and grief. We found the door. We opened it. And behind the mirror, we saw the girl Eva had drawn, silver-haired, black-eyed. But this time, she wasn't alone. A second figure stood beside her. Not a child, a man. And I recognized him. He had my face. The figure in the mirror with my face didn't move. He simply stood beside the silver-haired girl, eyes locked on mine as if he'd been waiting forever. Aldara stepped forward, her voice hushed. This is impossible." "Who is he?" I asked. "I don't know," she said, "but the hollow has many layers. Some echoes form from deep regrets, others from choices never made. That may not be a copy." I took a step closer to the glass. The reflection mimicked nothing. He didn't move when I did. He only watched, his gaze far older than my years. Eva whispered, "I think he's you, but not from this life." That night, we stayed in the old library. Ronan kept watch at the door. Eva traced symbols from the Lustrate journal. Aldara examined the mirror, whispering chants beneath her breath. I sat alone with the mirror. The man stared back. At midnight, he raised his hand. For the first time, he moved. He pressed his palm against the glass. Blood trickled from his fingertips. Symbols formed on the surface. Not scratches. Sigils. I didn't understand them, but I felt them. They burned behind my eyes. A door opened within me, and a name surfaced. Caelan. The mirror pulsed. The man, Caelan, nodded. He had been me, or maybe I would become him. Aldara deciphered the sigils. They're instructions, she said. He's showing us how to enter without being devoured. Why? Eva asked. Because something's coming, I said, and we'll need him to stop it. Training began the next day. Ronan taught us how to fight with obsidian. The blades hummed when near a portal. They fed off intention. Resolve made them sharper. Eva learned to sense the echoes and reflections. She could now predict small tremors in the veil, like aftershocks from a quake. I studied the sigils, wore them on my skin in charcoal and ink. When I meditated with them, I saw glimpses. Caelan's world. It had fallen. The hollow had consumed it. Bit by bit, reflection by reflection, right until even hope became a lie told by the glass. He had fought alone, failed alone, but left warnings. On the 7th night, the library shuddered. Mirrors cracked. Ronan grabbed his blade. Something's breaking through. The basement flooded with shadow. Whispering echoes, 1,000 voices overlapping, out of sync. From the largest mirror stepped a woman in black. She looked like Aldara, but her eyes were wrong, too bright, too hollow. Children, she purred. Still pretending to be Lustrate? Eva stepped forward. Who are you? Your inheritance, the woman said. The hollow does not want you dead. It wants you used, shaped, turned. Not happening, I said, blade in hand. The woman smiled. You have no choice. The mirrors are waking, and the one you carry inside, Caelan, has already chosen. He just hasn't told you yet. She vanished into a spiral of glass. After the attack, Aldara sat us down. There's a place called the Drowned Archive, she said. Old sanctuary, where the first Lustrate wrote their vows. We need to go there, before the hollow does. Where is it? I asked. Beneath the city, deep beneath, through tunnels that were buried and forgotten. Ronan spread a map. I can guide us, but once we're in, there's no signal. No exit until we finish what we start. Eva looked at me. You ready? I thought of Caelan. His blood on the mirror, his loss, his warning. No, I said, but let's go anyway. We left that night. The shadows followed, and somewhere far beneath, the Drowned Archive stirred, waiting. And in the last mirror before we descended, Caelan raised a hand again. But this time, he smiled. End of episode 4 of 5, The Pieces That Remain. Follow and subscribe, 5-episode thriller.